Hello everybody, my name is Spooky Shimmer, and today we are going to start a video on the top 20 video games of all time. Now before we get started, there's going to be a disclaimer. This is all my opinion. These are my favorite games that I have ever played. Now keep in mind, this is going to be very Nintendo-centric and a few indie games here and there. Now, there are a few exceptions to this, but I've been very Nintendo-centric throughout my 28 years on this planet. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the top 20 video games of all time. In the number 20 spot, we have Mario Party 3. Now, Mario Party 3 is a game very near to my heart. Remember, every single game on this list I love. I've played way more than 20 games in my life. Now, Mario Party 3 used to be much higher on the list, but as I've gotten older and honestly have no people to play with most of the time, it's just kind of fallen out of favor for more single-player experiences. But with Mario Party 3, something that I always loved were the battle games. I really enjoy Mario Party 3's mini games, and I love that you can play them, and the computers cheat, which makes it actually more fun for me, and I don't understand why. But anyway, let's move on to number 19. Number 19. Minecraft. Now, this game used to be much, much, much higher on this list. In fact, it was number 10 about 6 months ago. But the thing about Minecraft is that my interest ebbs and flows on Minecraft. It can vary from 5th to 20th. And right now it's on pretty much at the lowest point that it goes. Number 19. And honestly, what I love about this game is that you can do pretty much whatever you want. You can beat the game, you can play around, you can farm, you can kill enemies, you can go hunting. Like, there's a million things that you can do, and the game is very exciting in what you can learn and grow and do in the game. But anyway, let's move on to number 18. Hearts of Iron 3. Here's a game that's not like very many on this list. And the reason I like Hearts of Iron 3 is the fact that it is a huge time waster game. It's a game that makes you think about logistics and strategy, and how logistics is a whole lot more useful than strategy. And honestly, the game challenges you to think, and it's a good time waster if you know how to play it. So that would be why. I love the game Risk, the board game, and Hearts of Iron 3 is the what if Risk were a video game the right way. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Number 17. Super Mario Sunshine. Now, this might upset some people because there are a lot of games that are critically better than Super Mario Sunshine. There really are. Way more than 16 of them, I might add. This one is more in this spot because of nostalgia. And honestly, this was in my top 5 at one point. It has slowly throughout my life gone down the list, but I don't suspect it will ever get to number 20. Games like Hearts of Iron 3 and Mario Party kind of prevent it from going any lower, because it's less about, like, time wasting. That's the thing. Super Mario Sunshine is near and dear to my heart for a lot of reasons. You know, whether it's nostalgia or just the story, I just love the visuals, the music. I love it. I love it. When it comes to Mario games, you can't go wrong with music for most of the times. There's a few exceptions. Anyway, let's move on to number 16. Number 16. Mario Kart 64. What can I even say about this game? I love this game. Mario Kart 64 is a kart racer for the Nintendo 64. The thing about Mario Kart 64, though, it has great music even for the 64. It has really good balanced gameplay. Like, there's some unfair RNG that happens, but not like a lot of the newer Mario Karts that just give you mushrooms when you're in 10th place, and I don't know. Mario Kart 64 seems more balanced, and it has more interesting tracks than some of its predecessors or even sequels. So honestly, Mario Kart 64 is my favorite Mario Kart game. So therefore, you will not be seeing any more Mario Kart games on this list, and I do apologize. Even though a lot of them are better, this one is by far my favorite. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Number 15. Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, this game is going to upset a lot of you, especially with some of the games that are above this one. But Super Mario Bros. 3, I have not finished yet. This is a tentative spot for this game. I love this game. Keep in mind, every single game on this list I love. Super Mario Bros. 3 is one of my favorite games. And honestly, it deserves higher on the list, but there's just too many games to fit in that were really close. Anywhere from 5th to 15th place is pretty much really close. But I love this game. I love the music. It's such a lovely game. And I love the fact that Peach is not kidnapped until the end of the game. That's a nice, refreshing thing, and I love it for that. Moving on. Number 14. Now to make you all mad. New Super Mario Bros. U. I know I should have put Mario Maker here, but Mario Maker didn't make the list. New Super Mario Bros. U is less about nostalgia and more, this is what, in my mind, a 2.5D Mario game should be. This game is the pinnacle of side-scroller. I love the game. It's fun. The music is fun. It's your basic Mario game. This is the game that you think of when you get a Mario game. It's really good, and I enjoy it. Moving on. Number 13. This game used to be higher on the list. Undertale / Deltarune. I'm lumping these two together because it's really the same universe. Not really, but it's the same story, basically. Just scrambled. Look at the name. It's an anagram for Undertale. Look at Deltarune. Anyway, these two games I absolutely love. I love everything about them. I love the music. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the mechanics. I love these games. These games are among my favorite. They used to be number 10, but a few games have gained my respect recently that kind of made it go down just a little bit, but I don't think it would ever go down any farther. These games are amazing. I love them. Anyway, let's move on. Number 12, time for some real nostalgia. SimCity, 1991 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. SimCity on the SNES is my favorite SimCity game. It is the pinnacle of what SimCity can be. Nintendoized SimCity and replaced the monster with Bowser. And honestly, I really love this game. It's so much nostalgia. I grew up with this game. I had this game when I was 5. I love this game. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Number 11. Here, we're starting to move into some real nostalgia. Super Mario World. This game oozes wonderful. This game holds up on its own. It's not just the music. It's not just the nostalgia. This game is actually quite great. This game is great. Some people will disagree and say Super Mario Bros. 3 is better, but I will disagree. It's okay. I have a different opinion. I love the music in Super Mario World more. I love the visuals in Super Mario World more. It is the perfect pixel art Mario game, in my opinion. I love Yoshi mechanics. I love the Koopas. I just love all of it. Anyway, number 10. This is an upset. This is something that only recently happened to me. The first two Ratchet and Clank games are number 10. They're tied for number 10, and here's why. These games are absolutely stunning. They're wonderful. I love the characters. I just really love this game. Now, it's not going to rank any higher than this because there's just so much nostalgia in the way. All right, let's move on. Number 9, Sonic the Hedgehog. This game is a classic. This game is awesome. This game is honestly really fast-paced, and it's really, really fun. Honestly, I've never beaten this game. It would probably be higher if I had, but honestly, I don't have the skill. Anyway, moving on. Number 8. Here's another game I have not finished. I've only played through, I am in chapter 2 right now. This game, Paper Mario, for the N64, is now one of my top 8 favorite games. Simply as we go, it goes up the list. And honestly, if you ask me a few days from now, it might be higher. Because this game is great. It shows me what the second Paper Mario has. Like, I love Paper Mario 1. I'm barely even into the game, and it's just one of my favorites. Like, it's beautiful, the sound design is great, the characters are funny, it just is great, and I just really wanted to express that here. I love this game. I only recently started playing it, and honestly, I love what I have seen so far. Number 7. The only reason why this game is on this part of the list is its nostalgia. I have a family member that I lost who this was their favorite game, and I love this game anyway. It's a nice flight sim for the 64 for people, from people who probably don't understand flight and how it works. Anyway, Pilot Wings 64 is a lovely game with great music and honestly, kind of goofy visuals, but that's what's working for it. The game is very fair. You can just kind of pick it up and work with it, and it's a blast. It's a blast to play. Anyway, moving on. Number 6. Formerly my number 3 game. This game is one of my favorites. It really is. Like, I say that about all of these on the list, and it's true. But this one, I love. Luigi's Mansion is one of the most wonderful games. It's so short, but it's so lovely, and I enjoy every bit of it. It just shows that even though it only has a few songs in the entire game, that it doesn't get old. It's fun. You play it once, and it's just a wonderful experience that will stick with you. It is a lovely game with lovely music and a lovely premise. It is the first time that Luigi got his own game, and it is a wonderful game that has earned the 2 sequels that it has gotten. Number 5, Star Fox 64. This is one of the greatest video games in my opinion. It is the peak of the Star Fox franchise, and honestly, the perfect show of the Rumble pack for the Nintendo 64. This game is gorgeous, if not plain, but the music is great. I love the characters, and honestly, I just love this game and the entire premise of it. I love space, so it's perfect for me. Speaking of space, number 4. Super Mario Galaxy. This game is gorgeous. This game has one of the greatest soundtracks in video game history, in my personal opinion. There are a few exceptions that I will get into in just a few minutes. But seriously, this game is amazing. The music by itself is one of the early Nintendo showings of just how great a game soundtrack can be. Gusty Garden Galaxy is my favorite track in this game. Good runner-up is the music that you find in Battle Rock. I love this game for its music. This is why this game is so high. The premise is okay. It's basic Mario premise. It's literally the plot ripped from Paper Mario 1. But it is a lovely game, and I just have to put it in the top 5. Number 3, Animal Crossing New Horizons. One of the greatest games on my list. This is the only Animal Crossing game I have ever played. It came out at the perfect time during the pandemic. It has poor replay value. However, the original experience that you have with this game sticks with you. I have a lot of Animal Crossing merch. I'm going to be really honest. This game has great music, a different track for every hour of the day, and honestly, it's a great use of a soundtrack. I love this game. I love the characters. I love just everything about it. It's a nice, lovely experience that you should play until you get bored. It is a wonderful experience. Now we get to the real nostalgia and the real love. Number 2. Anyone who knows me would have thought this would have been number 1. I'm going to be honest with you. It used to be. Number 2 is Super Mario 64. This game is absolutely my most played video game that I have ever played. This game, I made a speedrun video about. I made a Let's Play series on both of my channels, my old channel that's been deleted. And the reality is that Super Mario 64 is my favorite flagship Mario game. It is simply the Mario game that perfected 3D Mario. I love this game, and most of it is nostalgia, but I love so much of it. I love the glitches, I love the music, I just love so much about this game. And lastly, that brings us to number 1, my favorite video game, the top video game of all time for my list, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. This game has it all. So moving on. It's a wonderful Paper Mario game. It is the best, in my opinion, the best Paper Mario game. It is better than any of the 3D Marios, better than any of the 2D Marios. It has fantastic music. It has a long campaign, a main story. It has wonderful characters, funny characters. It has side quests like you wouldn't believe. The experience of the game is its own reward. There's not much that you get from completing the game. However, it is a wonderful game that is more about experiencing it. Because every location is wonderful. Whether you're talking about the gloomy places, whether you're talking about the pretty places, the locations are very diverse, the story is very smart, and Bowser's not even your main enemy in this game. It is one of my favorite games. It has some of the best music choices that Mario has ever seen, and I'm going to be honest, I understand that it's bad that most of my top 20 is Mario games, but this is how I was raised. I was raised on Nintendo, and this is what I have under my belt. But this game, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, is without a doubt, whether it's from the nostalgia, the music, the characters, or just my personal feelings, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is my number 1 game of all time. So, down in the comments, go ahead and tell me your top 10 video games of all time. Go ahead and put them down in the comments down below. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. And I will see you all next time. Peace.